Hey guys, I'm Jill. Welcome back to your place for all things free that are fitness, movement, and exercise related. Today I have another 30-minute workout for us that is high intensity interval training combined with functional strength training. The workout is designed for a lunch hour or a day when you're short on time and you want to get in and out total body. We're going to start with a 3-minute warm-up. We have 4 circuits and we're going to end with a quick cool down. Please meet me at the back of your mat. We're going to do a very similar warm-up to the last 30-minute class that I put out. We're going to start with 4 jumping jacks at the back of the mat. You can always step them if you're not jumping. You're going to hinge at your hips, walk yourself forward into a high plank, tap right knee to left elbow, left knee to right elbow, walk yourself back and come up to stand. 4 jumping jacks. Hinge at the hips, bump your hips back, fold at the hip crease. We're gonna have a deadlift in our workout today, so that's that move. And then left knee to right elbow, walk it back, come up to stand, 4 jumping jacks. Walk it out, come back out to that high plank, right knee to left elbow. We'll have mountain climbers also, left knee to right elbow, so that's why we're getting in that good cross body twist. 4 jumping jacks. I might have done 5, that's okay. Coming back out into that high plank, left knee, right elbow, right knee, left elbow, walk it back. 1 more time. 4 jumping jacks, hinge at the hips, lengthen from your chest as you press your hips back. Coming into that plank, left knee, right elbow, right knee, left elbow, and walk it back. Come to the center of your mat, and we're just gonna do a pivot and reach, warming up the core, some warming of the upper body, and just a little bit more into the lower body. So our circuits today are divided into 1 upper body and core circuit, 1 lower body and core circuit, and then we'll have 2 AMRAP circuits where we'll set the timer for 4 minutes and we'll do as many rounds, as many reps of 3 exercises as we can. And then we'll have you back out into your day. Step your feet wide. We're going to just come into some side lunges or Cossack squats as they're called. And just continuing to switch side to side, sitting the hips way back like you're coming into a squat in that bent knee. Keeping your chest long and proud, like there's a string pulling your chest towards the screen. 1 more here, and then come up, arms out like a T, and you're gonna flow through some windmills, tapping opposite hand to opposite foot while I show us our first 3 moves. So we're gonna start our upper body circuit with mountain climbers. So coming into a high plank, and I'm going opposite knee to opposite elbow, and I plan to run them out. You can tap it. The second move is we're coming onto our knees for a kneeling upright row. So I'm squeezing my butt, lengthening my chest. It's like I'm flashing you here, like as if I was pulling up my shirt. And then the third move is a circle chest press. So I'm going to bring my knees into a tabletop just to engage my core a little bit more. The dumbbell heads come together above my hips with my elbows bent. And then I'm going to press up into a circle and bring the heads of the dumbbell together over my chest. Feet can be flat on the floor. Okay, grab a sip of water. Have your dumbbells somewhere safe off to the side. I'm going to get our timer going. And we have 3 rounds of that. So come into your high plank, top of a push-up, and let's go. Running those mountain climbers. So if you do yoga and you're familiar with cat pose, I want you to imagine cat through the upper back. As you pull your belly button back towards your spine, it gives you a little bit more space to run your knees up. And of course, keep your gaze forward. We have a tendency to want to look back at our feet, but that just wrenches our neck. So keep your head and neck in line with the rest of your spine. Whew, okay. Grab your dumbbells for that kneeling upright row. So I'm kind of pressing the fronts of my hips forward. And I'm lifting my elbows first. Exhaling as I lift. Inhaling as I lower. And when we kneel, it kind of takes some of the momentum out of it that we get when we're standing, and it makes it really forking hard. Okay, circle chest press. Yes, I said forking. Okay, I'm gonna hover my knees in a tabletop. My elbows are bent. Dumbbell heads come together above my hips, and then I circle them up above my chest. If the move, like if you're like, what the heck, I don't get it, just do a traditional chest press. But I want you to think about working against gravity here. So rather than just clanking the heads of the dumbbells together, I want you to press them towards one another and then stop them. All right, back into those cross-body mountain climbers. Getting ready in that high plank, top of a push-up. Spread all 10 fingers nice and wide and try to tap your knee to your tricep, which is the muscle in the back of the arm that is above the elbow. So we're keeping those knees up high. You've got it. Last 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Kneeling upright row. This is really heavy. So I'm going to do fewer reps and focus on my form. But since it's only 30 seconds, I'm going to stick with the heavier dumbbells. Exhaling as I lift with my elbows and inhaling as I lower. Okay, circle chest press. We'll come down to this end this time. So I'm starting with my elbows bent, dumbbells down over my hips. Exhaling as I circle press them up above my chest. If you need a little bit more for your core, you can extend your legs out like a hollow hold. And sometimes it helps to lift the back of your head off the mat. Okay, kneeling upright row. Hopefully you're on the shuttle bus, not the struggle bus here. All right, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, inhale. Hug the shoulder blades together and keep them hugging together as you lower the dumbbells with control. We're about halfway through this 30 seconds. And it's the last time we do this move. Okay, that was 30. Circle chest press. Remember, you can always bring the soles of your feet down to the mat. It just works our core a little bit more when we hover those knees in a tabletop. And our core is bracing us the entire time. It's bracing as we lower and work against gravity, and it's working as we press the dumbbells up and stop just before the heads slam into each other. Okay, that's your break to get a sip of water, and I'm going to demonstrate our next 3 moves, which we will do in an AMRAP. So we're going to be working for 4 minutes. We're going to perform 6 reps of each move, and we're going to work continuously. So our first move is a snatch. So we start with the dumbbell on the ground. It's a squat down and lift it. And we're going to do 6 on the right and then 6 on the left We're gonna move that dumbbell safely off to the side, and then we're gonna come into a broad jump and 3 jacks back, and we'll do 6 of those. Okay, so hopefully you've had enough of a break. If not, pause the video. And if you feel like I'm talking too much and you don't need that break, you can do jumping jacks, high knees, whatever. You do you. And let's all regroup and get ready for those snatches. So I'm gonna start our timer. Our 4 minutes start now. We're gonna squat down and lift the dumbbell. So, lifting with the core. 4, 5, like you're zipping up your jacket. 6, and now the other hand. 6, 5, and the dumbbell faces forward. 4, my palm faces forward. I know you can't see it on here. I just ordered a new tripod, so hopefully 3, 2, and 1. Okay, dumbbells safely off to the side. Come to the back of the mat for that broad jump. Get a broad jump forward. 3 jacks back. That was 1. 2, and you don't have to work with me. If you're faster than me, you go ahead. And if you're working a little bit slower, that's fine too. 4, 5. Remember to land softly with those broad jumps. And 6. All right, back to the top. I'm gonna start with the snatch, and I'm gonna start with the left hand this time, just because I started with the right last time. 1, zip up the zipper, watch your face. 2, 3, 4, it's like a hinge. 5, press the hips way back, and as you press them forward, use your hips and your core to extend the dumbbell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, broad jumps, 3 jacks back. Get low in that squat, broad jump forward. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, back to the snatches. We have a minute and a half left. I'm going to start on the right side. So, hinge back, look forward, zip the zipper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 50 seconds left. I'm going to try and get in all 6 broad jumps. I don't know, I like to finish even. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, I have 25 seconds left. I'm gonna go for the snatches. This time I'm just gonna alternate so I stay even. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, pressing the hips forward, 3, 4, and 4. Okay, I like to stay even. Okay, grab a sip of water, and I'm gonna get the timer ready for our next total. Oh no, actually it's our lower body, 3 by 3. We're gonna start with a side shuffle. So shuffle, shuffle, knee, shuffle, shuffle, knee, shuffle, shuffle, knee, opposite knee to opposite elbow. Then we have a curtsy lunge. So you're gonna start standing, dumbbells down by your side. You're gonna curtsy the right knee behind the left, and then the left knee behind the right, keeping the hips facing forward. And then our third move is a deadlift. So hip hinge, and then pulling, dragging the dumbbells up. So start with your dumbbells off to the side, out of the way of the mat, come to one edge of the mat, side shuffle, opposite knee to opposite elbow. Get a little bit lower and a little bit faster. So I'm going a little bit wider than my mat. If you don't have that space, you just quick shuffle on the side of your mat, or within the sides, within the edges, right? Within the front, the border. Okay, curtsy lunges, holding the dumbbells down by your side, shoulders down and back into their sockets. Both hips face forward as I bend down like I'm greeting the queen. Pressing through that front heel, squeezing the glute and hamstring to come up. So my chest is staying above my hips. It's not a forward lean. Okay, deadlift. So hinge at the hips like you're bumping the car door shut. Palms trace your shins as you come down. Squeeze your butt, trace your shins to come up. Keep your shoulders open so they're not hunching forward. And then you're only gonna lower as far as you can to keep your shoulders open. Right? So if I go all the way down to the ground, my shoulders start to scrunch in towards one another. And if this move hurts your back, you can always do a squat. Okay, we're back to our lateral shuffles. I'm going to start at the opposite end of the mat. And then remember, opposite knee to opposite elbow. Exhale as you drive the knee towards the elbow. Okay, back to the curtsy lunge. Carefully bend down, pick up your dumbbells. Shoulders down and back in their sockets. So this works our inner thighs a little bit more than a traditional step back or step forward lunge. It's important to strengthen those inner thigh muscles. We work a lot of outer hips and glutes, so we want to stay even. All right, and now our deadlift. Looping the shoulders down and back. Slight bend in the knees, hinge at the hips, butt back, and then paint the shins and quads as you come up. Pressing through all four corners of your feet as you come up. And if this isn't right for you, if a deadlift hurts your back, I might have already said this, but you can do a squat. All right, third round. We are booking through this workout. Okay, lateral shuffles, knee drive. I'm getting a little bit lower because I want to work into my booty a little bit more. And I'm going a little bit faster. It's the last time we have to do this workout today, so leave it, this move rather, so leave it all on your mat. Curtsy lunges. lunges. Carefully bend down, pick up your dumbbells. So it's Saturday when I'm filming this and everybody's home, so if you hear some yells or so there were strange noises in the background, it's just my family. They were supposed to be gone today, so I thought, oh good, I'm gonna have the whole day to film. And well, they're here, which is great. I still have the day to film, but we've got some added background noises, but that's life, right? Life happens all around us. It's carving out the time, making it work, that consistency and showing up. In case you're not looking at the screen, we have moved on to deadlifts, our last set of deadlifts. And as soon as you start to stand and press through your feet, squeeze your glutes. Check in with your shoulders. All right, you have a little rest. If you don't need it, you can do jumping jacks, squats, high knees, and I'm gonna show us the 3 moves for our final AMRAP. We are starting out with 6 Renegade Rows. So high plank, 1, 2, so each side counts as its own for 6. Then we're gonna do 6 chest flies with a bicycle legs. If the bicycle legs are too hard to coordinate, you're just gonna do the 6 chest flies. I also call those tree huggers. And then we're gonna put the dumbbells off to the side, and we're gonna do 6 side skates. Left and right is 1. So really it'll be 12, okay? Have your dumbbells handy, come down into your plank with your dumbbells. I'm gonna get the timer started, and we have 4 minutes to complete 6 high plank rows or renegade rows, keeping the fronts of the hips steady to the mat. 5, 6. You're gonna flip over onto your back for 6 chest flies so the elbows stay bent. And we're doing bicycle knees. 4, 5, 6. Put the dumbbells down, away from the sides of your mat, and you're gonna come into 6 skaters. So 1, 1, 2, 2, coming up high through center, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're gonna start over. So we're coming into 6 Renegade Rows, and that was about a minute. So we should be able to get through this circuit 4 times. 2, 3, 4, brush your ribs with your elbow as you lift. 5, and 6. Coming onto your back, 6 chest fly bicycles. 1, 2, 3. Hovering the arms and the dumbbells off of the weight. 4. Off of the floor. 5, 6. Carefully set the dumbbells off to the side. And we're going to come into 6 side skates. If you'd like to touch the ground as you come down, you can touch the ground. And then spring off of the foot. 4. And 6. Okay, back to the Renegade Rows. If you're having trouble with your stability, you can walk your feet wider. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can walk your big toes in closer towards one another. 4, 5, and 6. Coming down into those chest fly bicycles. 1, 2, 3. So just like in that chest press, 4, working against gravity. 5, to stop the dumbbells from hitting each other. at the top of the move. All right, 6 side skates. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. We have exactly a minute left. Come on, guys, let's do this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your feet through. Come on to your back. Chest flies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Carefully set the dumbbells off to the side. And we've got 6 side skates. 1, 2, 14 seconds left. We've totally got this. 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, that's it, guys. That was our 30-minute workout. We have time for a cool down. Move your dumbbells off to the side, and let's come into a pigeon on the right. So right knee behind the right elbow, left toes behind, or right toes behind the left wrist. And I'm bending my knee because I want my hips squared to the front of the mat. And I'm not falling down onto my right glute. I'm squaring my hips by imagining drawing that right hip back, left hip forward. And then maybe you come down onto your elbows, continuing to guide the backs of your hips back. And then starting to slow your breath. Nice deep inhales and exhales. And then walking your hands back. We're going to just gently swing the left leg around. And we're going to do a hamstring stretch on the left, so sit up nice and tall. Walk your hands forward, chest stays long, and then drop your right shoulder because oftentimes it creeps up towards your right ear. So you can put your hands flat on the mat and then imagine that you're pulling them back, and then that lengthens your chest forward. Flex those left toes back towards your knee. Shouldn't feel any pain behind your knee. If you feel pain behind your knee, you need to bend it. We never stretch our knees. That just gets us injured. And then coming back up, and we're going to switch it out. So I like to come into that half pigeon from a down dog or a plank. So bending the left knee as much as I need to keep my hips facing forward, because if I force my left shin parallel to the front of the mat, then I open up towards the right, and that's not the correct stretch. I want to stretch the outer left hip here and the front of the right hip. And if this doesn't feel good, you can always come down onto your back into a figure 4. It's the same stretch where you're on your back and you cross one ankle in front of the other knee. Sometimes it's called threading the eye of the needle. And then again, settling down into the stretch. Slowing the breath. And then I like to think about isometrically guiding that left hip back, so kind of pressing into the outer left knee, outer shin to press that hip back. And then I think about guiding my right hip towards my left heel, but I'm not actually moving my right hip, I'm just kind of lengthening forward. And again, check in with your shoulders if they've, crept up towards your ears, as they all too oftentimes do. Just loop them down and back to sit in their sockets on your back. This was so good. Such a good stretch. Stretching is so good for us. So I have a lot of yoga videos on my channel. If you're not incorporating at least one day of yoga a week, I highly suggest you do it, because the yoga flows, coming into the single leg stretch, so shift over onto your left hip, extend your right leg out long, flex the toes back towards your knee, sit up straight and tall, and then hinge forward. Crawl your fingertips towards your heel as you flex your toes back towards your knee. So as I was saying, the yoga flows incorporate a lot of strength, like isometric strength and stretching. So it's a unique form of exercise and movement that isn't necessarily a part of these other workouts, which are also good for us, right? All types of movement are really good, and the more different types of movement we can incorporate into our lives, the stronger we're gonna stay, and the longer we're gonna be able to work out. So go ahead and come back up. Bring the soles of your feet together into a butterfly stretch. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Maybe butterfly the knees. You can even come into an eagle arm cross. So arms out like a T, bring the left elbow under the right, press the forearms and elbows together and the wrists together, and pull your elbows out, lengthening away from your chest, right? It's a really nice opening for the upper back. We worked that in our rows, both the upright rows and the plank rows. And then we worked it in our mountain climbers. Okay, so opposite, switch it, arms out like a T, bring the right arm underneath the left, eagle cross. This reminds me we should do some eagle crunches in one of our next workouts. They're so good. And if there's anything you'd like to see in a workout, please drop it in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Please like the video and share it with anyone else that you think would enjoy it. Thanks guys for working out with me today, and I will see you next time.